Hey guys, it's John, and today we are playing Blind Date. This is a horror dating simulator, or at least I assume it's horror. Why else would the logo glitch like that? You tell me. So I don't actually know anything else about the game, except that it looks kind of cool. I found it on itch.io, and I figured I would play it.
Hey, John, it's Guys.
What are you doing here?
I'm on a date with you. A blind date.
Look, can I just get through one video without being interrupted? We had a great run for like 9 months where I wasn't interrupted for any videos, and now all of a sudden, like the past 5, you guys keep showing up. And listen, here's a news flash. I don't think most people understand what you are, okay? Unless they've seen every video, they don't understand what you're supposed to be. So I can't just have you in every video. You understand? It's confusing. Can you please just leave?
Oh my God, you're yelling at me again. John, yelling at me.
Okay.
He hates his
All right.
fans.
Video without interruption. Blind date. Let's do this. Sorry about that, guys. You check your phone. She's 10 minutes late. You're not sure what to do, and discomfort starts to settle in your stomach. Dude, you got stood up. Sit still, wait patiently is an option. Take a sip of water is also an option. Shift uncomfortably and adjust your collar. Let's shift uncomfortably and adjust our collar. You adjust your collar a few times. Unable to stop choking you. You begin to sweat. Mysterious woman. Hey, I'm so sorry I'm late. My car's in the shop and I had to take the tram here. We can say, I understand, it happens to the best of us. I'm sorry. I probably should have come and picked you up. I didn't know if it would be inappropriate. Why would it be inappropriate to pick your date up? Isn't that a very traditional approach? Why would... If anything, it would be very appropriate. Maybe because it's a blind date. I don't know. Shit happens. I'll get over it. Yeah, let's swear right off the bat. Let's show her we're cool. I understand it happens to the best of us. I'll just go neutral there. Well, thank you. Though I don't really feel like the best. Okay. So, I'm Karen. I know your friend, Rebecca. What's your name? We can pick Joshua, Will, or A. Aaron. Let's go with Joshua. Ooh, cute name. Tell me, what do you do? We can be a software developer for a company that makes dog face filters for selfies. Blech. We can be a door-to-door team leader for Sun Life nutrient enhancements. That's only slightly better. I used to work in mobile apps, but now I've started trading crypto instead. So it's okay to say you're unemployed. It's all right. Me, I push papers for the man. Clock in and out. Hour lunch break, 9 to 5. Kill me. You know, I had a 9 to 5 for several years before I started doing this full time. It really wasn't that bad. I never felt like, oh, I'm gonna blow my brains out if I have to keep up this 9 to 5. It wasn't even a 9 to 5. It was like a 9 to X, where X could be anywhere between 5 and 15. It wasn't that bad, though. I didn't get paid overtime either. But hey, I mean, I never thought it was that bad working in an office, but apparently it's just awful. All right, I'm gonna say I'm a door-to-door team leader for Sun Life nutrient enhancements. Sun Life. Oh, are they the pyramid scheme with the catchy jingle? We can sing or we can not sing. That's all I see here. I'm gonna say it's not a pyramid scheme. What does a team leader do? We sell Sun Life shakes and look for potential new team members. We always look for other leaders, and I can tell you've got a real spark of potential. Do you keep your options open? Let's not try to recruit our date. Let's just go with option 1. I think my aunt's part of Sun Life. For everyone's Christmas gifts last year, she gave everyone coupons for granola bars and wet wipes. Wow, so she's that aunt, right? The aunt that gives you the shitty sweater. We can blink silently, or we can laugh. I think the appropriate thing to do is laugh, even if we don't think it's particularly funny. Blinking silently is weird. Let's laugh. You seem nervous. Are you okay? Is she grabbing her drink, or is she like putting her hand out on the table in a comforting way? I seem nervous. Okay. I'll admit I am just a little bit. It's been a very long time since I've been out. Longer still since I've been on a date. I was at first, but I feel a little better now. Not particularly. Okay. She's reaching out with a comforting hand. We don't want to just be like, nah, you're wrong. Nah, you're completely off. Okay, we gotta go with one of the two. I think one might be a little too much information. I don't think we want to put it out there that it's been a very long time since I've been out. I think we want to go with I was at first, but I feel a little better now. See? That way we're giving her the feeling that, oh, I've made him feel comfortable. So we'll go with that. That's good. I try not to be too intimidating. There's nothing intimidating about you. Although, prediction. Here we go. I would only say this because I saw the logo glitching at the beginning. She's either not real. I'm going to ruin this entire game. She's either not real, she's a serial killer, or... No, those are the only two options. Okay. Yeah, we probably just got stood up and this is all in our head or something. Some sort of psychological horror like that. I don't mean to mock the game, but come on. It's well made, obviously. I'm just saying. Seen this before. So where are you from? From womb to tomb, been living in the city my whole life. Fuck off. From womb to tomb. God, what an insufferable line that is. I moved here when I was a kid. I don't remember much of where I used to live. You could say I'm still a tourist. Moved here a few months ago. So you lived there at that point. And that doesn't answer her question. Where are you from? I moved here a few months ago. That doesn't answer the question. Let's go with 2. Oh, you poor thing. That must have been tough. It was. I didn't have many friends. I adjusted pretty quickly. Let's just say I adjusted pretty quickly. We want to show some strength now. We gave her the confidence boost answer earlier, that she comforted us that we weren't nervous anymore. We were calmed down. But now we want to show that we're actually pretty tough ourselves, not the situation. We're tougher than the situation. I adjusted pretty quickly. Adaptability is something we have infinite amounts of while we're young. But as time goes on, it gets harder and harder to change and conform. Check, please. I didn't know I was on a date with a freaking philosopher over here. Yeah, it was easy because I was a kid. Now, I dunno. Some of us are just always good at going with the flow. I feel like that's a little cocky. Yeah, some of us, the adaptable elite, are always good. Okay. Let's back off a little bit. You know, it's hard to adapt. We'll yield to this point. It was easy when I was a kid, but now I'm not so sure. That's just the way people are sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. So, who was your last lover? I didn't know this date occurred in the 14th century when we were still using cheesy-ass words like lover. Excuse me? That's a little inappropriate. I prefer to keep that to myself. I won't say excuse me, because I mean, we understood perfectly what the question was. I don't see any point in having her repeat it in different words. That's a little inappropriate. I don't want to confront it right away. Maybe that's just the type of person she is to say something like that. She's a little corn factory over there, using words like lover. I'll say I'd prefer to keep that to myself. Why? Because it's none of your concern, Karen. Why are you giving me the 3rd degree? All right. I don't like either of these. I mean, it could be some of her concern, because maybe she knows who your last lover is. That can make things a little awkward. It might be good to get that out in the open in the beginning. On the other hand, I really don't want to say, why are you giving me the 3rd degree? It's just kind of cringe, isn't it? Okay, it should be none of your concern. Karen releases an apologetic sigh. I'm sorry. That was rude of me. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been on a date, and I'm not very good at interacting anymore. Did you say that? I thought I said that. Oh wait, no, I chose not to say that. Did she say that? Okay, we can laugh nervously. I understand. I've been out of commission for a while too. Or it could be a total dickwad and say, yeah, sure. Let's laugh nervously. Thank you. I really appreciate you taking me out. This is a very nice restaurant. I was reading the reviews on the way over. We can change the subject completely and say the view is really cool, isn't it? This place was really the only place I could find that wasn't full on a night like this. Let's not say that. Let's not reduce the thoughtful act into pure laziness if we can help it. Okay. The view is really cool. Let's just say the view is really cool. Whatever. That's so sweet. I'm surprised you haven't been on a date before. What? I've been on a date, but I said it has been a while. Not that I've never been on one before. So how's Cassandra doing? Who's Cassandra? Who? Excuse me? How do you know that name? Let's say, how do you know that name? Because that's a little creepy. Do you seriously not remember your own mother's name? What? How do you know my mother's name? I do, but you're starting to freak me out. No, wait. The question is actually, how do you know her? How do you know her name? I'm getting wafts of a serial killer vibe over here. If she actually is a serial killer, maybe don't call her out on it. Maybe confronting her immediately that you're wise to the fact that she's a serial killer, if it's true, will kind of set off the serial killer actions, which are the ones that you want to avoid. You don't care about the pre-killing serial killer shtick. You care about the actual act itself. So let's not say that. Let's say, no. How do you know her name? Karen pauses for a moment. Had you not mentioned her before? Don't say I don't recall it. That sounds like there may be some wiggle room that she could use. Let's say, no, I hadn't. Karen glances upward, thinking, I'm so sorry. My friend at work mentioned her. Apparently she used to work for the company, and I thought you'd said it. I suppose that makes sense. It's no big deal. Why would your friend at... Okay, I don't know our character's backstory. Maybe his mom's famous or something. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt here. Let's say it's no big deal. Let's brush it off. But we'll take note of this for later. It's like getting wires crossed in your head. I feel a little dumb now. Why are you here? Well, I've been trying to have a nice date. You can say that. What's happening over on the left? I'm really beginning to question that. You mean like existentially? That was a monocle. I've been trying to have a nice date. That's not what I meant. Then what did you mean? Why are you here on this date? What made you come here today? Why are you doing all this? Okay, seriously? What's your problem? Or, I'm honestly at a loss for words. Okay, you know what? Why are you doing all this? Let's get to the bottom of this. You've been living alone for nearly 3 years now. That's a long time to be alone with your thoughts. What does the voice sound like? The one that eats away every day of your miserable existence. What the hell is wrong with you? God, you're pathetic. The way you drink, the way you sleep, your disgusting habits when you think nobody's watching. Oh, she's talking about masturbating. Come on, knock it off. I could see you shaking all the way from the entrance. Did you really think someone would actually want to come and meet you? Oh no, what's happening? It's disappearing. I just don't want to be alone anymore. I can't handle it. I don't want to say that. Please stop. You'll always be alone, no matter what you try to do about it. Do you really think anybody could ever reasonably love you? You're wrong. I don't deserve to be treated like this. I don't deserve to be treated like this. But you do. You have nothing of value to offer to anyone, and the only way anyone would love you is if they treat you like I'm treating you now. You're a pile of human garbage, a reject, thrown out and cast aside as you rightfully should be. You hate yourself and hurt everyone around you, and yet you feel like you're owed the right to be lonely? Shut up, shut up, shut up. We can say that. I can't take it anymore. I just feel so empty inside. Okay, you know what? Apparently, like, arguing with her isn't going to work. So let's just agree. Let's just see what happens if we're like, yeah, you're right. I feel empty. You've been dead inside for years, maybe even your whole life. I've seen you eyeing up the pills in your medicine cabinet, and every time your cowardice wins out. I need help. I need to be loved. I need to get the fuck out of here. I need help. What you need is to realize just how insignificant you are in the grand scheme of your own life. How feebly your voice resonates. What's with the eyes? You're right. And you're a sniveling, lonely child who only exists to be miserable. Why are you doing this? I'm sorry. I know I sound angry, and I am, but it's not because I hate you. I just hate looking into your eyes and only seeing pain, day in and day out. You're hollow. You're on a blind date. You should be happy to be here, to be talking to me, and yet you look so hollow. I just want to be loved. I just want to be accepted. I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. We all want something, but unfortunately you don't deserve that. This was a mistake. You shouldn't have come here. You should have stayed home, ordered a pizza. No reason to take this abuse from me. I could never fix everything that's fucked up about you anyway. But you can, but you should, but you won't? But you won't doesn't make any sense with the... But you should, that's not true. But you can, also not true. We'll go with the one that doesn't make any sense, but you won't. I never will. It's true, though. It's true. I'm not gonna just magically fix your problems. If anything, I just make them worse. I'm not the solution. I'm the problem. You're the problem. You get in the way of your own happiness. You are my obsession. I've followed you your whole life. I've never seen someone so unhappy. So what do I do now? Could I ever be happy? Why do I do this to myself? Let's cut to the chase. What do we do now? I honestly don't know. There's something you'll have to figure out alone. You're not fit for a relationship. You shouldn't have to rely on a blind date to be here. You should be able to meet people on your own. You shouldn't have come here. A blind date is meeting people on your own. God, you're a mess. None of this should have happened. I'd say I've made things worse, but you were already a mental wreck before you walked in here. Why would you know that? It hardly matters. You need to realize that nothing is going to change. That a girl isn't going to change anything. One may come into your life every once in a while, but you'll just be back to where you are now. The underlying problem never gets fixed. Okay, we get it. We get it. We're upset. We're depressed. We're unhappy. We can't rely on a relationship, a sexual relationship, to fix our problems, to fix our life. We can't rely on someone else to fix us, right? I understand that. Like, I get it. Does it ever end? Will it ever get better? Will I ever find love? Will it ever get better? No, it doesn't. That's not true. You lead a barren, desolate life. Does this scare you? Does it terrify you? Because it should. You are alone, completely, utterly worthless. You shouldn't have come. Your life is just going to be one endless stream of misery that only ends in your inevitable death. Faced with all this, with your loneliness, with this abuse, what are you going to do? I'm going to stay, I'm going to leave. I think I'm gonna leave, because talking to you is a total downer. And I think maybe the best way to confront this unhappiness is to abandon the escape route that I've concocted that has proven to be ineffective, a relationship, right? So we're gonna leave. Oh, are you leaving? There's no point in continuing. I'm sick of taking this from you. There's no point in continuing. Avoiding your problems isn't going to help. You'll find yourself keep going around and around and around. I'll make my own choice. Thank you. Is it though? I wonder, if you were to do all this again, would you choose any differently? Or are you doomed to return here again and again? What? We're back? Oh no! Huh. Oh, it was written by someone named Joshua. Interesting. Well, that was a downer. Getting beaten over the head with existential wrath the entire time. God. I mean, when I play a game, I'm okay with a little horror. I'm okay with a little scary, spooky action. But to play a game and just be constantly told, like, you're worthless garbage, aren't you? It's just kind of a downer. Okay, how do we avoid getting chastised so incredibly? Let's do a jerk run. Let's take a sip of water. That's casual, that's confident. Sip your water, it's warm. It's warm? Okay. Shit happens, I'll get over it. Bleh. I suppose it does. I'm Karen. I know your friend Rebecca. Okay, let's pick Aaron. Cute name, tell me what you do. We sell crypto. We trade crypto, sorry. We don't sell crypto, we trade it. Trading crypto. What does that mean in real people language? Imagine Wolf of Wall Street, but instead of everything that movie does, I just got alerts on my phone and I watch the markets. Let's see. If you don't want to spend the next 8 hours listening to me talk about it, talk about when to hold or not. It's a lot to get into. Huh. I'm sorry, this is weird, but I just got the strangest feeling of deja vu. Oh, let's pick that. That's interesting. Do you go on that many blind dates? No, I mean this exact conversation with you. It just feels like I've done this before. Let's go down that. That's interesting. I can't say the name. Or I can't say the same. This is the first time I've ever met you. No, this is too familiar. Are you sure we haven't done this before? I'm certain. You're really starting to creep me out. You gotta be wrong. Seriously, this has all happened before. Will you stop pushing it? What the hell was that? No, I won't. This is just too strange. Me, you, restaurant, it's all too familiar. No, I won't. There's nothing familiar about any of this. Now will you shut up and stop acting insane? Sorry, I can't. There's something too familiar about this. Can you at least explain in detail what you mean? Because I feel pretty insulted right now. I just get the feeling that we've done this before, that I've done this before. It's weird because I've never been on a blind date. Have you ever woken up from a dream and it feels like you've left one life behind and entered another? I'll say that. Everyone gets dreams like that, but I don't think you're dreaming right now. I'm not so sure, honestly. Me either. Why are you here? Look, it happened again. Of course it did. As it has and as it will. Again and again until you die. It's a loop. This is cool. So I guess this is something that can only occur on a second playthrough of the game. That's neat. So it's not just the same experience over and over and over again. There's actually like a second playthrough route. Huh. Well, okay, now you're agreeing with me? Unfortunately, yes, you've done this before. You came here today because you were lonely, because things likely didn't work out last time, because you have a lot of regrets. Am I right? I came here to try something new. I'm allowed to do that. You're always coming to these elaborate conclusions about yourself, but it's the same thing every time. You're constantly fixing yourself and not realizing that you're fundamentally broken. No one's fundamentally broken. Give me a break. Are you saying I'm caught in a cycle? Is it really every time? Oh, is it really every time? Let's just say we're caught in a cycle. Yes, though I wouldn't say caught so much as you actively participate in it. Yeah, by starting the game. This has happened before. You've been on this date before. How'd it go last time? It went badly. And regardless, here you are again on this date. Again for you. It seems that loneliness is nothing but a cycle of having and losing, of fearing and loving. How does this make you feel? I'm okay with it. It's just a part of life. That's a healthy attitude to have. Things must change, but sometimes they must stay the same. And sometimes things won't change. The cycle never lasts forever. Very wise. Oh, we're getting complimented. We're doing things right. So do you intend to break this cycle or remain a part of it? I've already broken it once before. Wait. It's the real Karen. Hey. she looks a little, not nerdy, eclectic. I'm trying to think of an eclectic voice. Hey, sorry I'm late. No. Hey. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Hey, sorry I'm late. Got held up at work. Happy anniversary, by the way. I'm so glad you could make it. I was beginning to wonder if you were going to make it. Don't say that. Happy anniversary. 1 year sure is a long time, but I have to say it's been a happy one. I'm really glad I met you. She smiles. And to think you almost didn't show up to our first date. What, is that the good ending? Did I get the good ending? On my second try, which I think the earliest you can get that is your second try. Unless I'm wrong. Well, cool, we got the good ending. We dated Karen for a year, even after she accosted us with existential nonsense on our first date. Okay, cool. Well, I think it's clear that there's a lot of endings to this. I think it's clear that there's multiple. I'm not gonna go through every single one of them here. But why does it do that? It look at this. Look, guys, it changes the resolution. I had to set it back every time. Anyway, yeah, that was cool. Cool little pixelated dialogue tree game. Apparently this is like a remake of the original or something, and I never played the original. I think there was a game called Blind Date a number of years ago, but I thought it was 3D. I might be wrong. I thought it was like a 3D first person game, so I don't know if that's has any relation to this or not. Yeah, not bad. Not a bad little free horror dating game. Sometimes with these games that are like, you think it's a normal game, but it's actually horror. I like them, but I wish that they wouldn't give it away at the menu with the logo glitching out. I wish it would just act like it's a regular game all the way until the moment when shit goes down. That's one of the problems I had with, Doki Doki. It's like, a lot of people go into that game with everyone on the planet telling them, like, it's not what you think. And then you go in being like, okay, so there's something more to this game. It's probably horror. I don't want to spoil it, but it's not just a dating simulator. It's just that type of attitude kind of ruins it for games like that. And seeing that attitude manifested in a glitching logo on the menu kind of puts me off a little bit. I understand why it's done. I don't have like a major problem with it. It's just I think it would work better as a surprise, but then if it was a total surprise, I don't know if I would have played this at the same time. So I don't know. It's a tough situation. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments. And hey, if you want to see other endings, you can download this for free on PC. For those of you that actually play games. Okay, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Think critically.